I welcome you all in today's session, that is focus group discussion, a widely approved qualitative approach to gather information. To begin, I want to share my experience over FGD. Recently, we have conducted a study which is based on land acquisition and impact. So basically the whole design to understand the impact and to suggest rehabilitation. So when we received the project, initially we planned that first we'll do one FGD to know people's perception, their views, and with that note, we met the village head, we shared our ideas, then he gave us permission to conduct one FGD. He helped us to get the participants too. Then we fixed the date, venue, time, that is logistic matters we covered, and we initiate that meeting. 11 people were there, mostly youth, and we gave them a broad question, open-ended question for sharing. Then they managed the whole group. One moderator was there moderating the session, like, now Mr. John, it's your time, you share, you tell us what you think. In this way they covered, and we were sitting behind as an observer, and I was recording over there what they are stating. So I was recording, and you can use tape recorder also, but for that you need to take their permission, because sometimes they may uh, share some confidential thing also. So that's why if you are going to use the tape recorder, you need to take their permission, your participants permission. Anyway, then they shared, they within 90 minutes the meeting was over, and maximum time we can select up to 90 minutes, 60 to 90 minutes. And then I briefed what they stated, and they all agreed, yes, correct. So I concluded thereafter, after sharing, I gave vote of thanks to all the participants, and I told, if we need any help, we may conduct another FGD with them if it is necessary in days to come. That FGD actually helped in our study. What happened? Our study was based on a mixed methodology. So initially we are aware about certain issues, but what happened? This FGD gave us the initial blueprint about the situation, and then we collected 100 data from the participants, and by applying quantitative methodology. And at the time of report preparation, we analyzed both FGD and quantitative data to see that either there is resemblance or difference, and we saw that resemblance were there. And that process is known as data triangulation. So we submitted the study to the district administration, and project is over thereafter. Anyway, that is my experience that I did recently. I completed one FGD, and to begin today's session, now I'll go to next slide. FGD involves gathering people from similar background to discuss on a prevailing issue or problem. So you are collecting people, those who have similar background. Maybe you'll conduct a FGD with women group, young people, aged people, the elderly people. So in this way, those who possess at least common characteristics or common type of background, you can take. FGD is basically a small group which consists about 8 to 12 people. See, in general, people are considering 8 to 12 people. In my study, I took 11 people. But in some study, people used to take 15 people. In some study, people used to take 6 people, 7 people. So here is no fixed criteria, but the standard size, we assume that 8 to 12 is a standard size, because if the group is big, then you will take more time. So 1.5 hours, then it's 90 minutes is enough to do this FGD. FGD is a form of group interview where people share their thoughts and expression, beliefs, opinion, ideas, and attitude. So people will express what they are feeling about the situation, and they'll give opinions also, and what is their belief. So they will mention. FGD involves with deeper insight. People will go in depth of the issue, and they will bring that issue in front of you. FGD is led by a moderator. Moderator is very important, and you may select a moderator from the group, those who have some ideas, or who is a potential to do that. So actually, it's a FGD. Only the participants will participate, and you are not supposed to share your views like that. It is their platform. It is a participants platform, and participant will discuss, and you will record, you will observe. And for recording, as I mentioned, if you are going to use any digital device or any tape recorder, you need to take their permission, because they may break certain confidential matter, and they won't prefer that you record all these things in a recorder and you present to somewhere else. The researcher act as an observer and narrate whole findings after completion of FGD. So you are a facilitator, you are an observer, and you will narrate the findings to get the final touch after completion of FGD. Necessity of FGD: to find solution of an existing problem, to understand the individual and group's attitude and their understanding of an issue, to generate ideas at the exploratory stage. In the beginning, you will generate certain idea. As a researcher, you will be aware that this is the actual scenario of this village, of this town, or of the problem, to understand the differences and commonness of a situation. So you will get the difference and commonness, because individualization is there. So their idea may varies, and at some point there will be commonness to help in data triangulation. As I mentioned, this FGD is going to help you when you will analyze. You will get the difference. Basic steps to conduct FGD. Before FGD, you are expected to do a review for your question preparation, and you are supposed to keep open-ended question, not the close-ended question. Close-ended question means yes, no, not like that. You will give them a broad question by which they will discuss and they will share their views. Inform and receive permission from the concerned authority. Yeah, that permission is very much necessary. Plan for necessary arrangement for FGD. So these are logistic arrangement, and you will fix the date, time, venue, then how many participants you are going to take for this FGD. Then reviewing questions and modification. So you will review your own question, and if necessary, you can modify it. During FGD, participant selection and report building. So first you will say hi and give them warm welcome to come, and then thereafter they will participate. Determining the number of participation, how many people are attending, that you need to be determined. Giving open-ended question for discussion. Clarify doubts of the participants. Sometimes they will have doubt, and that time you can intervene. No, actually the question is like that. In this way you will clarify their doubts in regard to the question, but you are not supposed to take over and you will start discussion, not like that. Observation and recording. You will observe and you will record everything whatever they are saying. After the debriefing, then sharing preliminary findings, you will share the findings of what they discussed for half an hour or 1 hour, for 1.5 hour. So you'll just tell them, and they will tell yes, this is a correct thing. So they will tell you yes, this is correct, or if anything wrong, they will do no, this is not like that. Then clarify doubts. So if you have any doubt, that time also you can clarify your doubt from your participants. Then our participants about next meeting. So you will aware them that will conduct another FGD with you, if at all, if you are interested to do another FGD with the same group. So you can plan for that also. Then you will give a vote of thanks at last. This is the whole process actually. Step. Then ethical consideration, you need to take permission. Then you are not supposed to misinterpret the collected information in different manner. Then very important thing is that you are expected to maintain confidentiality. Without this, you are not expected to do research without confidentiality. So confidentiality is very important, and you are expected to fulfill this domain area. So FGD is very easy to do, interesting to do. And when you'll do FGD in coming days, you will be happy and glad. Yes, it is very interesting. And when we'll have data triangulation, that time you can understand. So I'm not going to discuss many more things, though FGD is a vast thing. So many books, so many literatures are available. So this is only a basic I want to share today, by which you have some idea how to carry FGD, and the relationship, the way you handle people, your behavior, that you all know. No need to tell you how to do a meeting, how to conduct a meeting. So with that note, I will conclude.